To say you don't know, to say you've no interest, to say you don't care, it's not a war or a fight with mind. To say, no, mind, I don't care today, or I don't know anything today. We know when we appear to behave like a human, behave like a person, we know what we're doing. What is taking place is the capacity of thought is lesser. On that, I don't know. There's no thoughts intruding. They're not coming 100 miles an hour. In fact, very lucky if the speaker receives a thought other than what is speaking. Now, there's no need to look for specific thoughts, to identify with any specific thoughts while this speaking is taking place. Because the speaking overrules the allowance for the mind and the brain to accept any thoughts out with of what is spewing out spontaneously, instinctively. But we can't say that thoughts are not the words that are being projected. So thoughts come in many qualities. They come in a peaceful quality, that very organized and regimental qualities. But are not bothering the speaker, they may not be bothering the listener, they may not be bothering the nature and atmosphere and whatever else understands and hears these words. But when you return to your human job-like existing, having to look for specific thoughts, your mind begins to learn of what thoughts it needs. And this is not natural, you see. It's not natural. It's not natural for a child to go into school feeling lethargic and having to seek for specific thoughts to match the maths class. It's not natural to sit wanting to the toilet without instinctively going, without having to put your hand up or saying, I have to go to the toilet, miss, or all that stuff, you know. It's the life on your own can be very, very, very stable and flowing. But your life at an event or a workplace, or when you're communicating with someone that you've never met before, someone who you feel uncomfortable with, it puts the mind and the ego mind into action to say we have to look for specific things to say. And politicians, they have to do it all the time. They're not speaking fluently. They're having to evade particular questions, evade particular answers, evade thoughts. Very pressurized job to the body, not to their pockets, of course, but to their body. It's a kind of, I don't want to be in this position where I'm asked things that I don't really want to understand. I don't want to answer. I haven't got time, you know, but that's what we all do. This is not genuine living. This is artificial living. When you have to construct a speech to speak outwardly. Well, I'm going to say this first, I'm going to say that second. Because your mind is not flowing, your mind is not not right now. I can't find the words. So realistically, what should be said is, okay, where was I? I don't know. But you think that the people at the other side, or the listeners, have to be guided, have to be interested. You give no respect for those that are listening, because they're not particularly looking for anything other than what they want to feel, from the words, within the words, from the speaker's actions. I mean, for me, Osho, an extremely profound speaker with his hands, and he kind of melted away the reason for listening to the meaning and the subject and the message that he may have been trying to convey or answer a particular question. And U.G. Krishnamurti, he says it as it is. Every question has already been answered, because the answers come first. Because if the answer wasn't there, there's no point in the question. So when you say, when is the Battle of Hastings? Something in your mind, the programmed mind, says, I already knew the answer. Because it's conveyed with words and our new numbers that have been, introduced into your mind and conditioned and saved and copied and pasted into the hard drive of, I know. So you knew the answer before the question was asked. When someone says, what's your name? I know the answer. The answer was always there. The answer came first. But that's why no one asks the question where there's no answer. And that's the secret to truth, is to ask the question that instinctively, and within this deep longing within yourself, that there's something there that I need to know. Not this box of hard drives and program bullshit. There's something that I need to know about me. And you ask the question about you. What am I? Where am I? Who am I? What is it about me that I don't understand? These thoughts that are masking these questions. And these thoughts are the answers. Who am I? Oh, you're John. You're a man. You're a person. And then it plays games with you, these thoughts. Oh, you're an angel. Look at the light. And Ramana Maharshi, who probably is the most beneficial for anyone seeking truth, he says it as it is. Whatever comes, I don't accept. Whatever thought comes, I don't accept. Whatever one says about me, I don't accept. Whatever I say about myself, I don't accept. Nati. Not this. Not this. When this speaker had this revelation of this incredible encounter that blew away all suffering, fears, worries, stress, blew away all concepts and ideas, the first thing I said, not this. Not that you're superior to that, but if you accept this, you're stuck with this. And you cannot transcend this human existing world. You cannot transcend your soulful world, your being world, your spirit world. The idea is to keep transcending. Keep allowing life to take you as its prisoner, a beautiful prisoner. Consciousness loves life. It loves form. We are experiencing on behalf of consciousness. Consciousness is the true experiencer. This body is a temporary experiencer. The mind is a temporary experiencing aid to stimulate the senses and the emotions of the body. But none of this can take place while this brain is operating organized and constructed thoughts, organized and accepting questions and answers, regurgitating, recycling the same old stuff that is stored in there. The hard drive has to be emptied. There has to be no thoughts. And the speaking just flows. It just comes out. And there's no concerns, because you're not vocalizing to try and hurt anyone, or to try and promote a way, or to try and point someone in a particular direction. You're just here, speaking. And when the speaking is over, back to the organized thought world of, oh no, I have to go to work today and behave like a joiner, a nurse, a friend. It's so unnatural. But that's our undoing. We accept the conditioned, programmed, organized suffering, ill leads to illness ways. We don't sit and worship whatever it is that you worship through your internal being every moment, like the monks and the nuns. They have a real special life. At the end of your life, you can say, if the question, what did you do? You can say, well, I started off going to college. I was a son. I was a husband. I became a father. I went and did this job. I went to university. I got a degree. I did this. I became a painter. I became a nurse. I became a scientist. I became spiritual. I joined a religion. I tried to help charities. I tried to do good. I tried to be kind to the old people. And then I took an illness, and then I hopefully didn't promote too much suffering for those around. And here I am, God. Or you can be the monk, and God says, what did you do? I spent my life loving you. It's our choice, the mind's choice. But there's not a right way and a wrong way, is there? When you think one sounds more attractive than the other, you're on the road. You're on the road to that pinball game, that bagatelle game. Okay, I'm going to go right for that number up there. Bing, boom, oh, boom, 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 boom. Oh, no one told me about that. I thought it was a straight route.